Hello, it's Debra Jason with Creative Whispers of the Heart. And today I'm going to show you how I took this flat, one-dimensional piece I wasn't very happy with and transformed it into a three-dimensional piece. I started out by just pouring down some alcohol and using my blow dryer to move the existing ink that's on the paper. You can see the gold is moving. I wasn't really very happy with the way the ink was moving. I was getting a little bit of wispiness from the blue. You can see that gold flowing down. And the blue is moving, but not that much. So I added some more alcohol and kept blowing. But I decided I think I need more ink. So I took some Teal Serene, this is by Epoxy Candy, added some alcohol, and started to blow the inks around. By the time I'm done, I want to fill this whole sheet of paper with ink. So I'm moving the Teal Serene with the blow dryer, adding some more alcohol, and just blowing to fill the space. Now I'm going to take some of this deep bronze gold. It's a really beautiful gold and makes the image really sparkly and shiny. You'll see later on what I mean. But you'll notice that I'm using a blowing tool instead of a blow dryer. I decided this was moving the inks in a direction that was a little better for me. I'm not squeezing that bulb all the way. I'm doing light little pumps of air to move the ink and the alcohol around the paper. It does get a little tiring on your hand after a while, but that's okay. Now I'm taking Blue Raven Bronze. This actually has some bronze metallic in the ink, and moving that around the paper. Trying to balance the teal with the Blue Raven Bronze across the paper. And just lightly pumping that bulb to move the inks around. Filling up that corner. Pumping away with the blowing tool. And then I decided what I would do is speed this up so that you don't sit here watching me fill the sheet of paper. But basically I'm pouring ink and alcohol and pumping with the blowing tool till the paper is full of ink. There you see. Now it's done. I'm going to cut off about 2.5 inches. This sheet is 8.5 by 11, and I'm going to cut it down to about 8 by 8.5. I just put it down on a piece of cardboard, use a blade. That's the blade that I use. And now I'm going to take some hole punches. One of these is 1.5 inches. The other one is 1 inch. And I'm going to punch out some circles. I put the paper in the hole punch in a direction so I can see what I'm cutting out, whether I'm getting some gold, some blue, some teal. And I go back and forth and punch out. This is 1 inch. And I just am using right now that piece that I cut off the existing painting. But eventually I decide that's not enough circles. Oh, there we go. Sometimes that hole punch is a little tricky. But I decide I need more circles than this. That's not going to fill up my sheet. So I painted a couple of sheets of 4 inches by 6 inch photo paper. And then I cut out more circles. So now you see I have a lot more to work with. First, I just lay them down on the painting. I'm not using anything to glue them or stick them down. I'm just trying to get a feel of where do I want to put all these circles. And you can see it's still a flat, one-dimensional piece. I decided I want to maybe try to create a little bit of a wave motion with the circles, starting at the lower left-hand corner, going up and then around like a wave would do. So I'm just placing the larger circles and the smaller circles to get a feel of where I want everything to go. There, I'm ready to start mounting it. I use this double-sided foam mounting tape. I put it on the circle, peel off that little layer, and then I can stick it down on the painting. Very simple, don't you think? Now I'm going to put one of those smaller circles on top of it. So I do the same thing. I peel off the mounting tape, put it on the back of the smaller circle, and then place it on top of the larger circle. So I have a 1-inch circle on top of a 1.5-inch circle. Wait, I decide I want this circle to be a little taller. So instead of one piece of mounting tape, I'm putting 2 pieces of mounting tape on the back of it. So it will be not much higher, but a little bit higher than the first circle. And I place that down. And then I decide I want to use a different little circle on top of that. Take the tape, peel it off, and then I place it on the larger circle. So basically, I decide maybe I'll put a second little circle there. So I take another piece of tape. So now I have a 1.5-inch circle with 2 little 1-inch circles that are going to rest on top of it, creating some more dimension. See that? So I fast forwarded so you didn't have to watch me do every single circle, and now I'm at the top of the paper putting down that 1.5-inch circle, and I'm going to put 3 little circles coming off of it like the tip of a wave. I also am now using just half a piece of mounting tape for those smaller circles, so I'm not wasting tape. You can see what I do here is I take that and I cut it in half. And then I use those smaller pieces of tape for the smaller circles. And I'm resting one little circle on top of the other circle, and then I'm putting a third circle on there to create the tip of the wave. The ocean is often my inspiration for many paintings. See there, see the dimension? Cool, isn't it? This is what it looks like when it's all done. I love how that gold bronze color just sparkles. But you can see the different dimensions, how I have a 1.5-inch circle and then a 1-inch circle. And here you'll see there's what the foam tape looks like underneath. So you get a feel for the dimensions and how they're all different levels. So my one flat piece is now a beautiful 3-dimensional piece. Look how it sparkles and shines. And now you can see a little closer some of the dimension where the tape is. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you'll give this technique a try. Please don't forget to post a comment below, share with your friends, or like the video. And of course, don't forget to subscribe.